landscaping tour. It is later in the afternoon. I think it's around 6 o'clock, so it's not so hot. It was blazing hot today, and it's a little overcast. If I do this in the bright sunlight, it will fade out all the plants and stuff. I just watered everything, so everything looks darker. The mulch looks darker, and I think it will pick up better on camera. The only problem is a few of the flowering plants are not blooming, because here's one plant here, and don't ask me the name of this, but this one just so happens to have a tag on it because we just bought it last weekend or the week before. Don't ask me how you pronounce it. It is a succulent, so this is what the flowers look like, but they close up in the evening. And so do the leaves. See how the leaves are like laying kind of flat? They all open up. And yeah, I need to get 2 more hanging plants. This is a Christmas, or actually it's an Easter cactus, but it blooms at Christmas time, but it's seen better days, so I need to get 2 hanging plants, one for that hook and one for this hook. So anyway, so I'm just giving you an overview of the whole area. Well, this is the by the porch, and I just finish doing the Goodwill challenge, so the porch is all set up, and I'll just give you a quick look, but if you want to see that more in depth, you can watch the Goodwill challenge. So, in my last video, when I cleaned the porch, this shelf over here was here, and I moved it over there. It fell again. It'll probably fall again. Anyway, so that's what the porch looks like. So let's start here. So what we did, so here's a pathway. I guess I'll just show you the pathway and then maybe talk about it. So there's rocks here and then pavers, and we did this all ourselves, and we had somebody come in. This is like a year at least in the making. I've shown you videos. If you've been with me for a long time, you have seen them. We didn't want a straight path. We knew we wanted a crooked path. I need to focus and stay on topic. So we got an estimate to redo the whole thing, because I've been redoing this landscaping for, let me walk and talk at the same time so you can see everything, for the 5 years that we've been here. So, or 4 years, because this was a year in the making at least. And I would come out here every couple months, and sometimes I wouldn't tend to it because I had 2 bouts of depression, if you remember, if you've been with me for a long time. And so things weren't happening, but it was just so overgrown with weeds, and there was a ton of these bushes, which were, we bought this, which were randomly planted. They even look, I would like to get rid of more. So I took out a bunch of bushes, but hubby didn't want them all taken out, so we left some. I mean, this one looks really good. It's supposed to be a little ball. That one's overgrown to more than a ball. Here comes the sun. See, it's drowning out the plants. Well, what am I going to do? I already started filming. So I took out a bunch of these bushes, probably 5. They weren't even like in a row. They were just randomly planted, so I don't know. So me and my sister and a friend removed all of the red mulch that was here, and I kept putting red mulch in, and just to cover up, to refresh and cover up. So there was way too much mulch in there. Probably was causing more of a weed problem because it kept the moisture in. And yeah, weeds are terrible here in Florida, hard to keep on top of. So we redid this all, and I know a lot of you have, when I've done landscaping, had suggested the preen weed killer preventing thing. Yeah, that doesn't work here in Florida. It's just too much humidity with the grass, and the plants are all really super damp in the morning because of the humidity. So yeah, that doesn't help. So you can see where the difference in color of the mulch is because of the water. So this mulch was kind of gray. So it's been 2 weeks since hubby and I weeded everything, which really wasn't that bad. 1 week I did half of the landscaping. This part of the landscaping doesn't get hardly any weeds at all. We must have done this really well. And the other part was more weedy, and hubby helped with that. Both of them only took a half hour each. Half hour one day, half hour the next week. Anyway, so what we did is we laid down, we took up all the mulch And yeah, see, you're not seeing any flowers and stuff. So I will take some pictures of the flowers blooming. This is called a sun-kissed hibiscus, and I do know that's called a croton. And yeah, and I'm not sure what that bush is. And this is a type of croton too, I think. Just, I don't know. I kind of don't like it. But anyway, I might replace it one day. So we took up all of this mulch, oh my God, and we donated it to the park across the street. And it was just filled with weeds, and it was just ridiculous. So that took us a while. Then we laid down cardboard everywhere, a thick layer of cardboard. Then we bought some landscaping fabric. Did I say that? When we got an estimate, it was like almost $2,000. And we're like, yeah, and they weren't going to do any of this nice landscaping like this that they were going to do. They were just going to remove the mulch, trim the bushes, put in new mulch. That's it for $2,000. And we're like, yeah, nah. So, hubby and I finished this last November. And it hasn't rained much since then, so we were lucky on the weeds. I do notice some popping up, but nothing like it was before. So we laid down the landscaping fabric. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. We laid down the landscaping fabric. So you can see here is the landscaping fabric. And then there's cardboard underneath. And yes, the cardboard will decompose after a while. But we're hoping it will last. It's still there now, so I hope it'll last a while. And there was a drain here. See this gutter? So the gutter went all the way down here and to here, and we didn't like the way it looked. So we were looking up things on Pinterest, like the path that we wanted to make. We knew we wanted a path, and then I saw this. And instead of the drain, they put like a riverbed here. So that's what we did. So this area here is covered with plastic, not the landscaping thing, but believe it or not, somehow, look, see, here's a weed. It's still growing within the rocks somehow. Anyway, moisture, I'm telling you, moisture is terrible here in Florida. So, but if I stay on top of it like that every day, just pick a few weeds, it should be good. So we bought this drain. It's a flat drain. You can't really see it. I'm not going to uncover the rocks, but we bought it at Home Depot. It's flat, and it comes all the way to here. So we laid the plastic down, and then the rocks, and, well, the pavers. These are pavers we got from Home Depot too, I believe, or Lowe's. I don't recall. I think it was Home Depot, though. And then you can see the drain right there. Hubby didn't like the way it looked, so he wanted to cover it up. I don't really like this, the way that looks right there, but until we figure out something better, that's the way that's gonna look. So that's what we did there, and then over there, and I'll show you. So most of these plants are in pots. There's some in the ground, and we want to kind of make like a cactus garden. At least that's what I want to do, so it would be easy to take care of, because it's covered with plastic, not the landscaping thing, but believe it or not, somehow, look, see, here's a weed. It's still growing within the rocks somehow. Anyway, moisture, I'm telling you, moisture is terrible here in Florida. So, but if I stay on top of it like that every day, just pick a few weeds, it should be good. So we bought this drain. It's a flat drain. You can't really see it. I'm not going to uncover the rocks, but we bought it at Home Depot. It's flat, and it comes all the way to here. So we laid the plastic down, and then the rocks, and, well, the pavers. These are pavers we got from Home Depot too, I believe, or Lowe's. I don't recall. I think it was Home Depot, though. And then you can see the drain right there. Hubby didn't like the way it looked, so he wanted to cover it up. I don't really like this, the way that looks right there, but until we figure out something better, that's the way that's gonna look. So that's what we did there, and then over there, and I'll show you. So most of these plants are in pots. There's some in the ground, and we want to kind of make like a cactus garden. At least that's what I want to do, so it would be easy to take care of, because like these aloe plants, you can't kill them. They could, I mean, we didn't water hardly these plants at all during the drought that we had, and they all survived. This yellow plant, I have no idea what that is. The purple one is new, and it's looking a little peaked. That's new, but this, you can't kill that either. These bushes you can't kill. And this is a rose from my sister. Well, actually it originated here, and when we were cleaning out, I said you can have my rose bush, and my sister took it, and her rose bush is beautiful. It was terrible here, and she gave me a little clipping back, so I have that. So that's aloe. And this little spike that comes up here comes up periodically, and then it will die off and fall off, and then a new one will grow. And it has little these little yellow red seed pods or something, I don't know, flowers. They don't open up though, that's just how they look. They're like tubular. And this is cactus, and this center one is not doing too well, so I think I need to take that one out. And then we had a bird bath, and I saw this on Pinterest too, but it was kind of bigger than this. I wasn't sure this was going to work because it's not very deep. It was more like a fountain, like a three-tiered fountain that I saw that. So it's been fine. And sometimes it gets dried out and it's fine. See, these are the flowers I was talking about behind me. That's what those little succulents look like. So I just got a bunch of cactus. There's even some aloe in there, and put all these little cactus in there. And I think that looks cool. And then both of these, let's see. I think this one needs to be planted. This is still in a pot, within a pot. So these are aloe plants. We don't want those ones to get too big. And then we have this tree that we trim back, like topiaria, kind of. So we did the same thing for this path here. We laid it out. We knew we wanted it to meander. And we laid down the plastic and put the pavers on the side of it, put the rocks down. We bought different mulch and different rocks and brought home a sample and put them down. The red mulch was, we knew we wanted rocks, and the red mulch didn't look good with the rocks, so this is some kind of pine bark nuggets. It was more expensive than the red mulch, but we aren't going to have to keep replenishing it all the time. And there's just a thin layer, so we don't have too many weeds. The more mulch you have, the more weeds you're going to have. You can see in spots, everything is not perfect. You can see it showing here because of the rain pushes it aside. And everything is not perfect, but if I waited for this to be all perfect, I would never end up showing it to you. Over here is what's called a dog ear. So see, I do know the names of some plants. It is really small right now, but you can see how many babies there are in it. It will get really tall. The freeze got it last year. One day freeze, and that was it. And freeze, I'm talking 40, not 30. And it died. So, but it comes right back, and it has these little babies on the ends, and they fall off and grow. And anyway, it's kind of a cool little cactus succulent. And I have lights in here, but they're not working well. So I'm going to have to get a new one. So, new ones. So we had just a rock here, and then we decided we kind of needed the stepping stones. And we didn't just want square or round ones, so we got these odd shaped ones, and I really like it. And I have a little owl light here that's solar that lights up in the evening. And I got this little birdhouse from Hobby Lobby, and there is a succulent that is a volunteer. It fell off a plant somehow one time and just grew there, and we kind of like how that looks, so we're leaving that. So over here, this is Joe. We got it from a local nursery. It's a big statue. It's kind of marbly looking, concrete. And I don't know what these plants are, and they're kind of random, but hubby didn't want to dig them up. So we left them when we dug everything else up. This is a cactus we just bought that I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably put it in a pot. And over here we have a path so we can get to the hose. So we just have a little path so I can get to the hose and turn it on. And we made this wider so we can lay the hose here. And then here's another riverbed type thing, same thing, but this one goes right into the grass, which I do have to put weed killer there so the grass doesn't come into this area, but it is lined with plastic. And we also thought, so under this window, and you saw under the window, In the other section, we thought it needed something. There was just mulch there. I'm like, it's just too much mulch. We need a little bit more stone. And we were thinking about building a wall here, like a knee wall. Well, that was gonna be too hard and too expensive. We might have to hire somebody. I'm like, let's just do these pavers. So these pavers aren't cemented in or anything, you know, because none of this is permanent. We've talked about doing different things. I would love to take that window out and put in, this is a dream really, guys, I don't think that'll ever happen, to put in French doors and put a patio out here. That's my office window right there. And I would love to take that stupid plant out. My husband likes it, but it's blocking my view out the window. And this is a desert rose. And see, this is not blooming either. I will see, it has little, it's a cactus, a type of cactus. It has beautiful, looks like a plume, is that plumera? Almost like a plumera. You know, not quite. They're pinkish purple, rose color. I don't know. I guess more pinkish, maybe fuchsia. That's the color I'm thinking of there. And you can see my hubby has plants everywhere. These are from the back. Well, some of them are from here. And he does it. And that's a weed, but it has yellow, pretty yellow flowers, and hubby didn't want to pull that. And we just bought this new plant here. And again, you can't see the beautiful purple flowers because they're all closed up. So we need again, this is a work in progress. We need a pot for that. And these two pots, I just put these succulents here. The one you saw in the hanging plant, but this is like a more pink color. And then that one, you really can't see at all. This is a more red one, I think. And they're just starting out, so they will get bigger. And I'm thinking of putting the same thing inside that pot so it drapes down over the side. So again, we just put rock there, and then the stones, and so that it would make it a little nicer. This is a, shoot, I don't know the name of that. Bougainvillea. That is a bougainvillea. There's no flowers on it now. And then this is a new plant too that we need a pot for. It has these pretty red flowers on it. And it's kind of cool. So this is the view from this area. And yeah. So alright, so that's what that looks like. And then my swing is over there. And I'm all hot and sweaty now. And yeah, I think it looks really nice. And I just peeled a few weeds here when I was videoing, or before I was videoing when I was watering the plants. And if I just come out here once a week and pull the weeds, I think we're good to go. Like I said, we haven't weeded anything from November until a couple weeks ago. Well, mainly the weeds weren't growing because of the drought that we were in. Alright, I decided to sit down for a minute here on my swing, and it looks like the grass needs cutting again. So that was my landscaping video, and I'm all red in the face. The sun came back out. Now it's gone back in the clouds again, and it's overcast, and I'm a hot mess. I wasn't gonna get all prettied up to come out here and sweat. I am going inside now to take a shower, and hubby and I are going to go out. So I hope you enjoyed that landscaping tour. If I can remember, because I know a lot of you are new, I will put a link to some videos from what it looked like before, or pictures. I'm thinking that ain't happening. I'm lucky if I remember to put pictures of the flowers and when they come out and bloom, but if I waited for that, the problem, it's either raining here lately or really sunny, and I like grabbed the camera right now and said, let me just get this done, because I promised these people, I promised you guys, my subscribers, that I would do a landscaping video. So it is so nice to have all that done. There's still a lot more to do. The backyard, I mean, not that we're gonna landscape it, but it's a mess. Just here and there in the driveway. I wanted to put the plants down by the road. There was some there. We were working on it before Hurricane Matthew in October, and then yeah. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, if there's any updates, I will update you. If we add some more plants, anything interesting, I'll update you here and there. That's it for this video, and as always, enjoy your day. Okay, one more thing, guys. I'm going to put a little clip at the end of this video. In November, when we were finishing, right after we finished the path up front, the little stone path, a turtle came up. You might have seen it on my Facebook page. I think I posted it on Instagram too. A turtle came up from the yard over there in the woods. Never seen a turtle in our yard before. Came all the way up in the yard, and you guys look. I'm talking over there and this way. Yes, so it came up and onto the porch. We were sitting there having a drink of water, and it came up and onto the porch, up the sidewalk, and then turned around and went down the path. It was hilarious. I'm like, oh my God, we just finished that path. And the turtle, somebody must have told the turtle. So I'll put that clip in right now. Yep, here he goes. That's hilarious.
You wouldn't believe it unless I filmed it.
He senses the path and everything.